the anti-gay makes the chicken taste better.
Which it totally does not. I think that chicken sandwich is probably one of the worst chicken sandwiches I've eaten in a while.
Yeah, it was pretty mid. I got a Chick-fil-A
The
chicken sandwich
McDonald's
for the first
chicken
time.
sandwich, the McCrispy, is better than that.
I
Really?
still don't get why.
Yeah,
it's
easily
called
by
chicken
far. Like the
sandwich.
McCrispy is actually like really good.
Okay, interesting.
It's weird that McDonald's has like a really good chicken sandwich.
Chicken burger.
Chicken
No.
burger.
No.
We call them burgers here because like
No,
it's
burger
based
is
on
beef.
The buns
Burger
they're
is
between.
beef.
No.
Okay, so even if you don't go by the definition that burger is beef, like the chicken that they use at like Popeyes and Chick-fil-A is and stuff is like isn't ground chicken. So like it's not because like so it's different than a burger. A burger is ground.
No, we
beef.
still count it with if it's just.
Oh, fuck, y'all
like
eat Super
pressed.
Dupers. I don't hear it.
The way that we do it here in Australia is like if we had your like a ground beef burger patty, right? And we had it in sandwich bread, we would call that like a minced beef burger or a minced beef sandwich or whatever, right? And then fucking if we decided to have a steak, because if you had steak in a burger, right, you'd call that a steak burger, or would you just call that a burger?
It's called a burger.
Okay, yeah. So if we had a steak in between just two normal pieces of bread, that's a steak sandwich. It's all based on the type of thing
wait.
it's between.
We wouldn't call
It's
it a
not
sandwich.
it's not the contents, it's the housing basically. So if it's got burger buns, it's a burger.
Nah, that's still whack.
Okay.
Whack.
That's why when we have our sausage sizzle stuff, like when we have our
There's nowhere. There's no. You're not about to say what I think you're about to say.
sausage and bread, we don't call that a hot dog. It's just bread and sausage.
Like a hot dog is a specific type of sausage.
No, not even that. Like I wouldn't even call that a hot dog if I got a hot dog sausage. Yeah, be a cheeseburger, just like plain cheese.
I don't know. I'd be pretty disappointed if I got a slice of cheese in between two slices of bread. If I asked for a cheeseburger and I got that, at that point it's just.
Because I've had a peanut butter burger. I've had a cheese and lettuce burger. Like
nah, this is whack for sure.
You know, the only bread I had was buns, like burger buns.
Yeah, that's just a sandwich.
No,
like if I put pulled pork on some burger buns, it's I wouldn't call it a pulled pork burger. It's a pulled pork sandwich. I don't. I think it's a little silly.
No, it's just how it is. So why would you call them burger buns then? If the burger is based on only
Because it's just
like,
a bun.
the meat.
You can use the burger bun for other things that aren't a burger. That's the thing. It's just bread.
Yeah, because like the burger buns are like potato bread, and they're nice soft sweet bread, and they go with like pulled pork or other stuff.
Yeah, and that's pulled pork burger.
No, Sooky. No, Sooky. That's not how this works.
No, it's a pulled pork sandwich.
You go to anywhere here in Australia, and you literally like.
I will call them silly.
I'd like this chicken burger, and they're like, yeah,
right to
that's
their
exactly
face.
what it says on the menu. Oh, you want this pulled pork burger? Okay, yep, that's exactly what it says on the menu there as well. Yep.
I will have this exact conversation with every single person in Australia.
So if I put pulled pork on normal white bread, is it still a pulled pork burger? Or
nope, it's a pulled pork sandwich because it's sandwich bread.
Okay, so if I take a long loaf of bread, like a baguette, and then I make like a BLT out of it.
It's a sub, yes.
Huh?
I mean, it's a sub sandwich. It's still a sandwich.
Yeah, but we call it a sub because it's based on the bread that it's used for.
I'm teasing.
I don't call them Subway sandwiches. I just call them Subway or a sub. Like, I literally said this earlier, Gallo. It's gonna be a sandwich.
So if I put a burger on white bread, it would be a burger sandwich? What?
Okay, yeah. Okay, hold on.
We don't call the meat.
I don't
we don't call the
usually
meat
agree with
patties.
him.
We don't call the meat patties burgers.
I do not usually agree with Punz and his brain, but
We
like
literally call
he's
them
got
meat
you
patties
in the
or
corner
steak
right now.
patties or whatever they are, like a lamb patty or whatever. If we fucking had 2 slices of bread and we cooked up, like I do it all the time because I can't afford the fucking burger buns. I smash down like I squish down a burger patty a bit, and I have it between 2 pieces of bread, and I go, this is a good sandwich. Maybe a fried egg with it, a bit of cheese. It's a sandwich.
Sooky, please. Sooky, please.
It's just how it is. We're like pretty literal when it comes to like sandwich stuff, burger stuff, and whatnot.
Australia is not a real fucking place. Holy fuck.
Oh, that's so silly. Like an endearing way,
Like,
but like
for it to be a hot
silly.
dog, it has to have a hot dog bun.
So if I took a hot dog and I put it on a regular piece of white bread and I just wrapped it around the hot dog, is it not a hot dog?
Nope.
What?
Okay, the bread does not make the sandwich. It is the contents of the sandwich.
Yes, I agree.
Normal white bread doesn't have crust all the way around it.
What?
That doesn't matter.
But
I mean,
hot dog ones do. So, like, for instance, if you were to get a hot dog bun and cut it in half where you would normally do, where you'd put the sausage in between, like, you know, and you close it up. If you didn't put a hot dog in there, that's the only time it weirds me out, because like then people go like, oh, I made a little sub, and it's like, it looks like a little sub, yeah, but because you can't call that a hot dog, because hot dogs are weird in the fact of like it needs to be some form of sausage in a hot dog bun.
but like by that definition, if I put like a chili dog, I
What's a
guess
chili
chili
dog?
dog's still a hot dog.
Yeah.
What's a better example? Cheesesteak. Yeah. And that would mean if I put a cheesesteak in a hot dog bun, that's a hot dog? Like, oh, that's a cheesesteak.
No, like I said, it has to be some form of sausage.
Wait, so that's exempt from the rules?
Okay, so say I take a burger patty, right, that I've cooked up, and I cut it into long strips, and I put that in the hot dog bun. Is that a hot dog?
I don't know. Because when you think about it, sausages are made the same way. They just have a casing, right?
Yeah.
So technically, I would call that a hot dog. Just without the casing? Because you're
just a freak in
effectively
this
just
scenario that
you're effectively just ripping the casing off of a hot dog at that point and cooking it. And
No, I'm just a freak in this scenario where I've taken beef patty and put it in a hot dog bun. I'm just eating beef in a hot dog bun.
Yeah, it'd be a fairy burger. Yeah.
Huh?
I swear,
like
don't you just come back to furry burger?
Yeah, I heard furry burger too.
It's the argument of like chicken burger? Sandwich and chicken burger. So.
Fairy burger. Oh,
yeah, because we're using burger buns, you know.
No, I thought you said furry burger. I'm like, what the fuck is a furry burger? Is it made out of furries?
So I don't know if it's different.
Or is it made by furries?
Okay, it's like it's based on the outer thing to be called what it is.
I have a question for you.
It should be a
So
chicken burger.
jingle 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 jingle. So
What?
okay. So I take a whole chicken breast, right? And I put it between two burger buns. Is it a sandwich or a burger?
The burger.
Wrong. I'm destroying Australia.
No, you're the only place in the world that does that. Everyone else in the world does it correctly.
I'm destroying everywhere but America.
Americans are
Maybe not everywhere, but most places. Most places will say that's a burger because it's between burger buns. You know what I mean? They're burger buns.
So she tried to get me with, what if I cut a segment out of a burger patty, like a beef patty, and put it in between, and cut open a hot dog roll and put it in that, and I'd be like, well, it's just a caseless hot dog at that, sausage at that point, right? So it'd be a hot dog or a sub.
Okay. If you're putting beef into a bun, if it's like a hot dog bun, it's just isn't that just beef in a bun?
Thank you.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but then would you call steak between two pieces of white bread a steak burger or a steak sandwich?
Steak sandwich.
There you go.
Well, we'd also call that a sandwich. That's fair.
Yeah.
Like,
I asked you this, and that's not what you said.
I may have been getting silly, but yeah, I would agree with you. That's a sandwich, not a burger.
Why is the chickens?
And then what if it's a beef patty?
Hang on. What differentiates between a chicken sandwich and a chicken burger for you, though?
A burger is beef. It has to be like ground beef.
Yes.
It's like
That's insane.
No, but the burger. Insane. What if you have a pork burger?
That's just a
like
pork
a roast
sandwich.
pork burger.
That's just a pork sandwich to them. This is insane.
Yeah. If you.
But there's a bun. You're using burger buns. They're burger buns.
The buns don't
They're not
make
like
the sandwich. It's the contents
Why do
of
they
the sandwich
call
that make
a burger
the sandwich. We call something with a beef patty a burger. That's just how that is.
Beef patty or like
what if it's a? So what happens if you put beef? Okay, hang on. So if it's not a beef patty, if you put like beef in a burger bun, but it isn't a patty. If it's like ground beef, that then becomes like a beef sandwich.
It's a sloppy Joe, which is a burger.
A sloppy Joe
Joe's sandwich.
Not a burger.
That's a sandwich.
Huh?
Hang on.
Yeah.
I don't want to look up sloppy Joe.
As we've previously stated, a burger has to have a beef patty. Anything else is a sandwich.
Or like a turkey burger, but I guess that's its own separate thing. Or like the mushroom patty burger.
You guys are so weird.
We're just using other things to like simulate a patty.
Yeah, but that's America, Google.
No, yeah, you guys are so weird.
America, Google.
A burger. A burger is a round patty of ground meat that is typically served in the split.
Yes.
Let's go.
Of course, America would lie to you.
I would say you can make chicken burgers.
The bun is a key part of the burger.
Okay, what makes it a chicken burger and not a chicken sandwich? What constitutes a sandwich for y'all? Let's get
white bread, or like
white bread.
So why does the bread?
Why does the bread
just any bread.
this
Just any bread
sandwich?
either side, except for bun.
Because it's a sandwich. It's sandwich bread.
Yeah.
You make anything else in that, it's a sandwich, right?
But if it's a rounded piece of bread versus a flat piece of bread, then it's a burger versus a sandwich.
If it's like a bun with like full crust around the full thing, right? Then you have to cut that in half and put the thing in the middle. Then that's a.
But why does the bread
burger.
dictate what it is and not the contents of the bread? The bread's just one part of it.
Wait, do you call hot dog? Wait, so you call hot dog sandwiches? You call it a Frankfurt sandwich, do you?
We don't really call them a sandwich; we just call them a hot dog.
It's a hot dog in a bun.
Yeah.
The hot dog is the meat.
Yeah, we just call it a hot dog. The bun's not counted.
So you just ignore. So if you say you're a hot dog, you're ignoring the bread completely.
I'm eating a hot dog, and we don't like.
So someone said, someone told you, "Oh, can you get some hot dogs on the way home or something?"
We would just grab.
You would think they're talking about the. Can you get? So you have to specify that it's the hot dog meat.
Well, hot dogs are their own thing. We would just go grab the package of hot dogs. We wouldn't like grab you like bread.
So what makes it a hamburger bun then, rather than a regular round bun? Why is it called a hamburger bun?
We just call them buns.
That implies that it's that. Well, no, you call them burger buns.
Sure. If you want to get more specific, like hamburger buns.
There's different types of buns. There's different types of buns. If you're specifying the round one, you would say a burger bun, right?
I guess, yeah.
So, why does it matter what's in? What? I just don't think it makes sense, because if I said a chicken sandwich, now it's confusing as to what I mean by chicken sandwich. Because what if I mean chicken on a sandwich versus chicken on a burger bun, right?
Well, the sandwich is just like, it's just the contents of the buns. Like, it doesn't matter what the bread is on top or bottom. It's just what the contents are. That's all we care about here in America. It's the contents.
Yeah, the contents.
But okay, if someone asks for a chicken sandwich, how do you define what's the different one between the two, though?
Well,
like,
if someone asked you for a chicken sandwich, like you were here and you're like, I want a chicken sandwich, I would be like, okay, well, I guess I'm just putting a piece of chicken between two pieces of flatbread, like just like sliced bread.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a sandwich.
Exactly.
I'm not breaking out a bun. I'm not going to be like a chicken.
But if someone said I wanted a chicken burger, like, what would you think?
I'd think if you
want
like a chicken
insane.
patty.
And then you're like, yeah, but what if you're like, yeah, but I don't want.
But what if I do want a chicken patty as well? I want chicken patty on the burger. Like,
look, even if I buy a chicken patty from the store, right?
It's just
still a chicken sandwich.
No, I get that you have different meaning, but it's just weird. It's just a weird way to go about it. I feel like calling it by its bun.
Of a form of protein, a sauce, and a bun.
Like, I would never call a fucking hot dog and a bun fucking. I would never call it a fucking
like cheese, bacon,
sandwich,
and
you know?
beetroot.
Why wouldn't you?
The bun is a key part of the burger.
Because the way it's used isn't like a sandwich. I think of a sandwich. When I think of a sandwich, I'm thinking of fucking sliced bread going to the thing, not a bun that's cut open and having meat shoved inside it, you know?
Would that make it a slut?
Oh.
Huh?
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Delusional.
Sorry, we went a whole podcast without me saying something sussy, so I had to say something.
That's fair.
It wasn't bad saucy, I don't think. But,
You shove the meat inside, you know?
Sussy.
Oh.
That's what you get that.
I'm just telling you for no reason.
Anyway.
I do think.
Right, we're 2 minutes off time. Can we free me?
I was gonna say I do think you can put a fucking burger in the sandwich category, I guess, but I still think it's valuable to distinguish between a burger and a sandwich as in being the bun, you know? It just makes it easier to understand.
Yeah, because like when we say burger, we specify that we want burger buns with whatever we're having.
Yeah.
Because if we say sandwich, then they'll just fucking use sandwich bread, which no one enjoys because it's thin. Fucking the juices will go right through it and tear the bread
I prefer
apart.
sandwich bread for most things.
Well, that's why when you want a chicken sandwich and you want a specific bun, you ask for. You said I want a chicken sandwich with a
I don't have to if I just say
bun.
chicken burger, because then it's like it's already known that you can have the burger buns.
Yeah, well, why needing to specify the different bread when you can specify the different bread and calling it a chicken sandwich or a chicken burger?
Yeah. Because we have chicken sandwiches here, because we put chicken in white bread. Flat white bread.
Yeah. I just don't see why it needs to be called a sandwich and why it can't be called a burger. Burger
Because
doesn't
we're
mean
Australian, so
beef
you know,
bun.
our Zupa Dupas and you know,
Yeah.
our spag bog and all that kind of thing, you know.
Beef bun.
Spag bog.
In the
Spag
US,
bowl.
if you ask for a chicken burger, do you get a ground chicken patty, not a piece of chicken? Yeah, that's what I would.
Yeah, well,
think as well.
that also
Well,
is
that's the thing. The ground chicken
a
patty
valid
would still be
thing.
a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
For you guys.
It-
So
yeah, I mean, that's what I was gonna say. I have had ground chicken patties before, and if someone
But
gave me
still-
that when I asked for a chicken burger, I would be valid, you know?
yeah.
Like, I would be like, no, that's not okay.
But you'd usually have the burger buns with it. Because even if it's minced chicken put into a patty and put into a burger, in America that's still classed as a chicken sandwich. Even if it's a burger patty that's chicken.
How the US is, you can combine any various foods. If you're going to ask for something in a restaurant, it's a certain thing. True.